makes me want to have a bowl. What would be the case that should be made? Because we've cases like the next one, Josh Allen, Joshua Allen, the son of Rachel Allen, famed celebrity chef cook here, attached to the Ballyhora cookery schools. But Josh Allen, again, making the media, and I think it's incredibly unfair. Like the guy took part in an amateur MMA fight. Was it 2 weeks ago? And the media all over it, like, it's like, oh yeah, Josh Allen, amateur MMA career, whatever, blah blah blah, and it's just like, give the guy a break, like, leave him alone. How often do the media cover like any amateur MMA events? They've never really done it. It's never been done, and then it's like, oh, all of a sudden Josh Allen is doing it, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll cover his story, and we'll talk about the fact that he uses drugs and he's before the courts and shit. Like, give the guy a break. Like, it's not bad enough that he has to deal with the complexities of being from a famous family as it is, and then like you're just dragging his fucking own life. Like, he's not even a famous person himself. He's just a son of a famous person. Like, give him a break. This was what was seen over on the Google alerts. I from time to time, as I went through before, show you kind of how we put together the news here, and I used the news filter over on Google, and this was what came up earlier, and it's one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 different articles, all on Joshua Allen, all within the last 24 hours. It's sad, like, all right, he got caught with a bit of cannabis there was it last year? He got caught with €22,000 worth of cannabis. As I say, he probably, and actually, I've kind of, well, I won't even say anything now, actually, because look, I've Josh trains below at the same MMA club that I train at. I don't train on the mats with him. He does jiu-jitsu and MMA. I'm in the Thai boxing side of things, but I've talked to him from time to time. And like the 22 grand, like, that's not what he paid for it at all. He bought that in bulk, like. And again, he's probably well able to pay for it himself. And it's just unfair that he's being treated in this kind of way. He was recently handed a 2-month sentence over being caught with a little bit of cocaine down below at the docks or wherever he was hanging out with his buddies. He appealed. He's after appealing that sentence now. So he's going to be back up in court later on during the week. I think he's back on the 7th, so sometime early next week. But the judge is going to consider activating the 19-month suspended sentence that he is hanging over his head for the kilo of cannabis that he got caught with last year. It's sad, like, it's like you got caught with a bit of cannabis. Like, to give a guy 19 months in prison for cannabis, it's sad. I don't care how much cannabis he has. I don't care if it was €1 million worth of cannabis. He's a young fella, leave him off. Like, in some of the articles they talk here about how he's trying to just get his head down, keep his head down and get on with his life, skilling up through not only MMA, but he's getting into a bit of stone cutting, it's saying here, and making maybe stone sculptures and stuff like that. Fair play to him, like, like, good, nice people use drugs too. Give the guy a break, like, just because he uses drugs and his mom is famous, it shouldn't give him the right to be showcasing him like this through the media. It's incredibly unfair. Like, it's not going to only exacerbate his problems. If he's got underlying problems there that are driving his drug use, are you now not going to make it worse? Like, these 7 articles, like, is that not going to drive this young fella mad? He's at home now, like, looking through these articles, reading maybe all of the negative comments that come with it then when these articles are shared across social media and stuff like that. Like, this is going to not make his possible drug use problem worse if it was driven by the pressures there of being the son of a celebrity, being always in the spotlight and stuff. Is not going to make it fucking worse. He's trying to get on with his life, like, leave him alone, like, in fairness. It's a joke. But yeah, I'll follow up on that. Fingers crossed there, that the judge doesn't activate that 19-month sentence, and that the judge might just leave him off and give him a break. Like, just locking people up for drug use. What are we achieving by doing it? You're not deterring it. Like, as will be seen in a story further in the show, where a man has been sentenced to death for drugs. Like, you can't deter it. Like, no matter what the penalty there, people will use drugs. Well, whether it be for recreational reasons or whether it be for self-medication, To each their own, and they shouldn't be criminalised for that. Shame in our country for doing this, like. And shame of Frank Fee and Stephen Donnelly. Where are you, like? Do you know? Come on, like, come out of the woodwork there and have a conversation with us about the drugs in Irish society. Stop waiting around for the citizens' assembly. You're not even going to be engaged in the conversation in that. You're leaving it to the citizens. This is like, come on, Stephen, you've expressed yourself before, like, in regards to cannabis use. Anyway, like, come on, stop, like. Right, we yeah, I see other people out there as well, fucking, yeah, saying leave them off and all of that stuff. Yeah, Mark out there as well. These industries love ex-law and military as they get stuff done and they have connections. That Tidy Buds is a great idea. Nice one for that, Mark. Yeah, that's true as well, isn't it? Like, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Dana is, yeah, I got that out you there earlier. Nice one. Yeah, hit that like button, Mr. Always is saying as well, guys. So smash that like button. Ah, it makes me want to have a bowl.